Hello, chat. I am doing something a bit different today. I don't feel like screaming at a game for 2 hours, so instead of screaming at this game for 2 hours, I had a solution. I'm not going to scream at all in the stream. I'm also not going to rage or crash out. If I do, I have to end stream. My goal is to beat Wild West, the EX levels. That's my only goal today. So, no raging, no crashing out, nothing. Just a chill stream. Just a chill stream. Stream's not lasting long. No, it's gonna last a long time, okay? It's gonna last a long time. We're gonna be here for a while. Alright. It's time for Wild West. Never have more than 10 plants. Okay. Alright. So... Oh, I see. Alright. Alright. Putting me in an interesting position immediately. Sure. Is that 2 minecarts? That is. That's unique. Okay. So while we're here, chat, how have you guys been? You guys chilling? Has been good times recently? I hope all has been well. I hope all has been great. Oh. I see the predicament. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh. Okay. Round two. There we go. Much better. Just started playing Limbus Company. Any tips for a new player? I would recommend saving your... Okay. Try to figure out what kind of team you want to build early on. Like, if you have a specific team you want to build, I highly recommend just going for it. So, for me, I knew I wanted to build a bleed team because I got Manager Dawn extremely early on. And Manager Dawn is one of the best IDs in the entire game. So, you kind of just want to figure out what you want. If you happen to have some good IDs, great. You can make that work. If you have some bad IDs, you can make that work too. It's not that big of a deal. You're actually in a pretty good position. It's pretty irrelevant what ends up happening. You just gotta be mindful. I think we're gonna lose that lightning read. That's okay. That's okay. We don't need the lightning read to function. Not a necessity in my book, by any means. Oh, I'm only on Yakuza 0. I just started, so I'm not, like, very well versed in the Yakuza sphere. I'm looking to hopefully play more of the games, but I just kind of don't have the time in the moment. I mean, just today, I was out basically the entire day, which was kind of a problem. But, yeah. Please don't burn to death in chat. That would be not very nice. Just a recommendation. It appears that we are losing a little bit of traction here. I just realized I've not been moving this pea shooter. That's... Oops. It's all good. Here. Let's try to... We can afford to lose the lawnmower, I think. I think we're good. We can afford to lose that. That's fine. Not that big of a deal. Alright. As long as we get a... Okay. As long as we stay mindful. Yeah. We're good. That worked better than I thought it would. Okay. I think we're good if we take out the other piano. Well, of course, taking this out too. Oh. Here, let's get the other piano. Okay. We're all good. Nice. First try. That was easy. That was simple. See? We're chilling. We're chilling. Is there a good resource for how good an idea is? I would ask around the community. Ask people if there is, like, okay. If you have specific IDs that you think are good, ask other people what they think. Like, one of the big things about Limbus is asking other people for help. You have to know early on, you cannot do it on your own. You're gonna have to ask other people for their opinions and thoughts. Otherwise, you're not gonna be good in the long run. So, just try to remember, like, just ask other people and see what they think. You could tell me a couple of your IDs and I could probably tell you if they're good or not. I'm not, like, extremely good at Limbus or anything. I'm not even on, like, line 2 for Refraction Railway, but still. Okay, so we can't lose more than 10 plants. We need sustainable plant life. And it doesn't seem like we're dealing with a whole lot of issues here. Peapod and Torchwood would be pretty good. Doesn't it technically count as losing 5 plants if there's 5 Peapods? I could give it a shot though. I mean, I'm okay with that. So we could do Repeater, Torchwood, and I should double up on Sun. We're gonna have to get Sunflower too. Well, actually no, not in a level like this. Let's focus on getting just regular Sunflower in. And no, we can't really lose any plants. We could do Charred Guard though. Yeah, we could do Charred Guard. Spike Rock would be fine. And I've actually changed my mind. Yeah, sure. Let's do Peapod. I'm not sure what else to use though. I guess if I want to play conservative, ooh, Split P, because we got to deal with that too. This lawn's a little bit unfavorable, but that's okay. It's actually very unfavorable. I didn't realize how, like, okay. We can make it work. We can make it work. All we gotta do is just lock in. It should be easy enough. I think what I can do is put Split Peas in this lane. And then put Peapods in the other lanes. I think we can make that work. I feel like I should start making Limbus videos. I didn't realize there were so many people starting the game up. Who here would watch Limbus content if I started making it? Just a quick question. I'm kind of curious. It'd be very hyper-specific. I might even make it on a second channel because, like, YouTube does this thing where it's like, you can't really... You can make multiple types of content on the same channel, but it's got to be, like, hyper-specific. We might lose that Sunflower. I think we're going to lose it. That's okay. Are we really going to have to only use 5 Sunflowers here? That might be a bit dangerous. Okay, this is fine. Alright. So, if we just get a full row of Split Peas, and then we start getting pea pods, we should be okay. I think we're gonna be okay as long as we just play our cards right here. That was... Okay, let's go ahead and reset. Let's go ahead and play reset. Yeah. We'll try again. We'll try again. I think I might need a better Sun Producer. Let's give Twin Sun a shot. I was a little bit hesitant to do Twin Sunflower, but it might be my best bet. I also feel like I need another damage dealer, but I'm not entirely sure who to use yet. Sacrifices will have to be made. I don't think that's debatable, but I don't know how many sacrifices. Yeah, Twin Sun has a long recharge, but unfortunately, I have... Okay, you know what? Let's do Sunflower and Twin Sunflower, and we will put the Sunflowers on the minecarts, Twin Sunflower on these tiles. Let's try that and see if it works. We still have Split Pea, so Split Pea is not going to be a problem. In fact, I might even let this lane go. I kind of want to build up my sun, so I might just go ahead and let the mower go. Let's just try to get as much sun as we can early game before it becomes a problem later on. Now here I will probably put Split Pea. I can afford to though. Yeah, I knew there was going to be one that was coming from the top lane, so we can go ahead and deal with that like this. We'll put a Charge Guard down. That's a guaranteed kill on the brown coat. Almost guaranteed. And... do I not need Peapod? Okay, unfortunate. That's alright though. We're gonna try it still. Let's just try the defense out, because we're not dealing with chickens or anything. We're not dealing with bulls either. We're dealing with a pretty clean lineup, all things considered. I do slightly worry about this lane right here now. I think I need Peapod back here. This might end pretty badly. Nah, we're okay. Let's go ahead and get more Peapods down. I think if we stall long enough, the Split Pea should be able to solo that. I did not realize until now, where am I going to put the Torchwoods? Well, that was silly. Huh. I didn't think that far. Well, that's okay. On the bright side, it is definitely starting to work out. So, we're not in the worst position in the world. We just gotta manage our defense pretty well. Manage it decently, at least. Zombie Shuffle. Huh. That's new. Okay. They're really fast. Whoa. What's with their speed? Ah, there goes a Twin Sunflower. Okay. That was odd. Wonder what that was. Well, regardless, now we have a Torchwood up in that lane, so I'm not complaining. It does, that counts as plant loss? Okay. Unfortunate. We have to be very careful about how we handle this. Which we can do. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about it at all. Let's be careful about how we handle things here. Let's get a little bit more sun going. If we play our cards right, I think we should be able to put a... Yes. Ah, we lost that one. Unfortunate. Oh, Torch has 2000 HP. Okay, that's good to know. I wasn't sure because I'm pretty sure Refloris changed it to where it's like not as much HP. I couldn't really remember. It's a little hard to track between the various games, like the various mods. Okay, something light, something light. The zombie shuffle did not get me that time. We just need one more torchwood and we are basically set. It's gonna depend on where that guy is, but I think we won. Yeah, I think we're good. There we go. I actually had extra plant food. I didn't even use it. Not bad. I didn't have to. I didn't have to use it. It worked. It worked well. The 9th level is hard. I'll keep that in mind. Ah, okay. And that is a dynamite zombie. That's also the bull. I think that's the introduction of the bull. So we could go ahead and do both twin sunflower and sunflower. We could do the same defense as last time, but considering how we're dealing with chickens, that's going to be very dangerous, I feel. Melee plants? That wouldn't be a bad idea. What kind of melee plants do I have? Well, I do have cactus. Cactus could be planted in the front here. Not really, though. Okay, I think if chickens get past... So we have to make sure the chickens get killed way before then. Okay. So we can definitely do a row of cacti. And because there's no piano, actually it might be smarter to... No, we'll do cacti. We'll do cacti. And... if we want to deal with chickens, we're going to do lightning reed as well. I'll go ahead and bring infinite, and I'll bring it specifically for the conveyor. Snapdragon? That wouldn't be a bad idea. I guess I could bring Snapdragon. Yeah, that one dynamite dragon, or that one dynamite guy is going to be a problem. We can try this defense and see what happens. I actually just realized I have plenty of room in the back. I don't have to do twin sunflower. Okay, hang on. Let's go and reset. I don't actually have to worry about that, so. We'll only do one sun producer, but we'll bring another plant. I guess cherry bomb would be fine. Actually, yeah, let's do cherry bomb. Does Bonk deal well? Okay, ideally, this is challenging. I suppose what we could do is place a row of Bonk Choys back here. We do a row of cacti, which deals with the chickens pretty well. And our sun producers, more sun producers. Well, I guess I could use jalapeno. That's fine. Okay. I still want 2 instas, though. Alright. Oops. I meant to place it in the 3rd row. Because I want all my Bonk Choys right there. This should be good. This should be good. Almost did it again. I'm very used to putting my... Yeah. Rookie mistake, but that's okay. It's a learning experience. I'm calm. I'm collected. I'm having fun. So I need enough sun to... Actually, not necessarily. Not for now, at least. See, I'm also failing to see how jalapeno could help. I'm trying to think of ways where it could, but I'm not entirely sure. It does seem like we're gonna fail though, so let's go ahead and switch out. I guess we could switch out jalapeno. You know what? I'll see how it helps later, but for now, I'm not going to use it. I feel like it would be much more beneficial to use something like Stunyon. So we're gonna bring Stunyon here, see what happens. We'll go with that. It's all about building a good defense, but also building it quickly. That's the challenging part with this game. The part that's not so easy. I think if it's in the right lane... No, sadly I can't. Should do enough damage to kill by the time he comes to. I was right. I assumed as much. We're gonna stun again. This should give us enough time to kill this zombie as well. Ah, that was a close one. I almost did the wrong thing there. That would have been pretty bad. We'll go ahead and place an infinite. Can I do ASMR? This is basically ASMR, isn't it? Kind of? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure what I would call this, but... Okay, so that guy was done with. So once we get Bonk Choy going, this should really start helping us. Yes. As I had predicted. Bonk Choy takes a long time to recharge, which is a bit unfortunate, but we don't have really any way of dealing with that besides just stalling out. Unfortunately, that is a bit of a negative for this strategy. So we just have to hope and pray that the zombies don't get too feisty. Sort of like that. That would be problematic. It seems like the zombie shuffle is nearing its end now. Oh, I didn't know Bonk Choy could do that. That's very useful. Oh. Huh. That is a little concerning. I'm not entirely sure why it's specifically the dynamite zombie that doesn't deal with that. Okay, so we're just gonna have to deal with the zombies faster. AKA using cactus as a pseudo spikeweed. That works. We can do that. In fact, I actually think it's very manageable. This is a little bit of a scuff defense, but to be fair, I am dealing with a lot of zombies all at once. I do slightly worry here. I do slightly worry. Oh wow. Thank you for gifting a membership. Looks like Garfield fan won. Good for you, Garfield fan. Welcome to membership. That had me panicking for a moment, I'm not gonna lie. That was really scary. But I think that... yeah, I think they're gonna die before any real damage can be done. Yep, I believe we're all good. Whoa. That was a bit scary. That was a bit... yeah, that was definitely a bit of a scare. We should be okay. That was also a bit scary, but we're okay. I'm gonna slow it down here because I do worry just a little bit about them crossing the line now. I'm not saying that they're going to get past, but I do worry just a little bit. It is a legitimate concern of mine. You can never be too safe in this game. The zombies get buffed during zombie shuffles. I'm not entirely sure why, but it does happen, and it is something you have to get used to pretty fast. But you can. It just takes time. You have to understand why it happens, when it happens, all that good stuff. It's nothing that worries me. This is where Cacti's double gimmick really comes in handy. The fact that it is basically just spikeweed and it happens to shoot zombies, it's pretty broken. It's a pretty good plant. Let's go ahead and refresh now. We're gonna deal with another shuffle, so we're gonna have to be ready for anything. But I think we're okay. That's that lane dealt with properly, mostly. We have a couple more stragglers in the wave, but we should be okay. As expected, and we're okay. So far, so good. We've been doing most of these levels in only a couple of attempts, and I've only been messing up at the beginning. The strategy worked out a lot better than I thought it would, so that's pretty positive. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. That's great. One of these ones. Plant the split pea to begin. Watch out for sneaky barrel rollers. I believe we're gonna need these back lanes, so I'm gonna be pretty considerate about where I place this. Barrels don't wait for you to plant? I see. Watch out for the sneaky ones at that. Very ominous. I think Cabbage can deal with this one on their own. Okay. Potato mine. I don't think we're gonna actually need a potato mine. Not at the moment, at least. Ah, no, we do. Not for the reason you might think, though. What do I think is the worst plant power creeping? When I think of plant power creep, one of the first things I think of is the fact that Buttercup is possibly the best butter plant in the entire game. Which is definitely a bit concerning, if you ask me. But if we're really looking at power creep, even something like Tomb Tangler is kind of a power creep character. Which is a little bit crazy to think about, but it's true. Tomb Tangler did power creep, well, it did power creep Gravebuster in a way. You could also say that Iceweed power crept Spikeweed, if you want to say that. I think it's kind of weird. Yeah, Gravebuster might be better in that sense, but Tomb Tangler is something that kind of stays up. So if you don't mind having Like, if you don't mind having a defense where... I should probably focus on this real quick, actually. Just had the realization that it doesn't really matter what I do here, because Split Pea is pretty tanky on his own. I'll help you out though. Okay. If I do think about power creep though, I think Pokra's she's probably the one that most people think of when it comes to the most dangerous. Ah. Okay. So that's how they get you. Very clever. They keep you on your feet at all times. We should be okay. Do you think there's a conspiracy at PopCap with Bonk Choys? Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, would not shock me at all. This could be a pretty dangerous line for... That actually worked out better than I thought it would. Careful, we don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose that split pea. Pesky little bunch. Gonna pause real quick. I think there's gonna be one more barrel roller in the final section, so I'm gonna drink some water real quick. I think Ice Shroom did power creep Pokra, but Pokra is also just really, really good on her own. I think she does a better job at stalling Gargs and stuff. Admittedly, Ice Shroom is a plant that I still don't completely understand. Much to my dismay. I would love to understand the plants more, but unfortunately that's just not my expertise. That being said, I do think that there is a legitimate... I think there's a legitimate discussion that could be made about Ice Shroom single-handedly being one of the most broken plants in the entire game. And, yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. There's the last barrel roller. We're dealing with a piano this time. So long as we stay vigilant, we should be okay. We're clearing the wave pretty fast. We also have not lost that. And we're good. So far, so good. What do I think about the Sea Shooter? I'm not a fan of PopCap making more Pea Shooter clones in the year 2025. But besides that, the plant itself seems pretty novel. It seems okay. It's not a plant that I would ever go out of my way to use unless it's really good, but it seems interesting. Okay, so we only need to worry about mole colonies. Ah, I see the gimmick. So we're gonna have to put either a winter melon or a pea pod. No, we don't have winter melon. So Let's do a melon pult. Well, what plants do I have? I have 3-peater, melon pult, pea pod, which would be good. If I decided to invest in a torchwood setup, that would be pretty solid. Torchwood would not be able to reach these lanes though, and what I do worry about is the bull, which might reach these lanes. Snapdragon could be good, could be a very good plant for this level, but I need plants that have AoE damage. So, alright, 3-peater? I can do 3-peater, that's fine. I brought Bonk. Alright, 3-peater. We'll do pea pod in the back. That's not 3-peater. There we go. We could do another influx just to stall out zombies. We'll bring torchwood, and we could do stunyon. Short fuse prospector I'm not really that worried about, because they land on the tile where they can still be shot, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to be a pretty difficult defense to maintain, so we're going to have to be very careful about how we handle things. With that being said, it's not impossible, it's just going to be a little unconventional. We'll double down. We can afford to lose a couple of sunflowers here and there. I'm not too worried about that part. They are expendable as it stands. Alright, so we can go ahead and do a short fuse. We can deal with that in the future. Right now, I'm worried about getting my pea pod up and going. That wasn't too bad. We'll get as many sun producers up in the front as we can, and we'll focus all of our efforts in the back on getting everything else situated. You know what? We're gonna stun you because I want to deal with this brown coat right here. Good. We'll do 3-peater here. You are free to throw those if you'd like, but it's not going to work out for you. I actually could have put a second pea pod back there if I really chose to. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll do 3-peater right here. Ah, good call. That was a bit of wasted sun, which might come back to bite me in the future, and if it does, we'll find out. Let's try to stay mindful until then. Alright, nothing we can't deal with here. We'll go ahead and bring up the infinites, just get it set up. Ah, that was a silly mistake. I may need to slow down this level a little bit. Is there a prospector in every lane? Got it. Worst comes to worst, we can plant food and probably just switch lanes with the minecarts to at least save the pea pods. I'm not too terribly worried about it. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too difficult. I haven't gotten a chance to place down my torchwood, so I kind of want to do that. We could use a flexible torchwood. In fact, that might be optimal for our setup. Ah. That's a little bit risky. Alright, we can afford to lose our... Okay. So by our logic right now, our split pea and our pea pod doesn't have too much HP. Nothing that we can't deal with, though. Ah, that didn't hit where I wanted it to. But that's okay. There's also a buckethead in that lane up there, which is a little hard to manage on my own. We'll place a third repeater. Should be good enough to get that lane cleared at least. Ah. And if this is indeed going to be all short fuse, we can go ahead and hit our plant food and hope for the best. Should be okay. It appears it's 3 bulls. Ah, but I do see them. Okay. We should be good now. We're good. Ah. Got some ice in my mouth. Ooh. We're good though. I never played the Q-Berry event, so I wouldn't say I miss it. 4.5 minutes. Survive for 4.5 minutes. Okay. Winter is 1 by 3. Good to know. So we are given enough sun to have 3 winter melons, and it feels like that's intentional. It feels like they intentionally want you to have exactly enough to hold off that many. Ah, it's only one, it's 3 by 1? Okay. So, what we could do, considering that we're dealing with chickens, is have 1 lightning reed that is on one of the rails up front. And we can do 3 winter melons. We'll keep it simple. We'll try that and we'll see where we go. We could also bring walnuts just to have one. Oh, we can bring puff shroom. Okay. Sure. You can't... Oh, you can bring some producers? I didn't know that. I got so used to last stand levels not allowing you to bring some producers, Okay. Well, in that case, we can easily do that. Ah. It actually might be smarter to bring twin sunflower this time then. And what we can do is we can place 1 winter melon in the back. 5 twin sunflowers. A couple of lightning reeds. A couple of walnuts. And that should be okay. Ah, I forgot. They don't get frozen. Okay. Provided that we stick up our game a little bit more here. That does worry me just a little bit. Nothing that we can't deal with. We'll go ahead and slow down the level just a second here. Ah, that's how the splash got nerfed. Got it. Now I understand what you guys mean. So it hits further in these lanes, but it does not hit elsewhere. Understandable. We'll go ahead and freeze here. I would like to keep that alive for as long as I can. So, we probably don't need to have winter melons in every lane. If we play it smart, we're not going to have to use them at all. So, we'll stock up on lightning reeds. The piano does slightly worry me. If there's any way we can deal with that sooner, that'd be nice. Ah, the buff happened right as we were about to get into a sticky situation. Luckily, we ended up prevailing. That is now 2 rows of lightning reeds. That should be good enough to hold off for the next minute. I don't believe we'll run into any serious trouble here, as long as we just keep our cool. Style points is sped up. I can afford a style up. Because I'm cool like that. And we're good. Alright. That wasn't so bad. See, doing that level with some producers, there's no way I would have gotten it if I didn't have some producers with me. I'm pretty impressed with myself, so good job, me. There's some positivity in my day. The Dust Devil, huh? He's previously been detained for blowing up railway supply lines, and his next target is structured on our lawn right now. Okay. Does the stream feel weird without me screaming? I apologize. My deepest condolences. So, this is a level where they're basically encouraging the use of pea shooters and torchwood. The only problem I'm noticing is they specifically gave me regular pea shooter. That does worry me. Jester used to be in this level. That's pretty funny. Well, it's not anymore, so... Bonk Choy, Tallnut, Spike Rock. Bonk Choy takes a while to get down, but I can definitely do that. Maybe I'm overthinking it. How many lanes am I given? So if I do Bonk Choy, the nuts, spike rocks, 3-peater in the back. Some producers in the back. 1 row of some producers. We can start replacing them with what we really need later on. So we'll bring 1 insta to play it safe. I didn't bring electricity. You know what? We'll give it a try. We'll try it. I forgot what it does in Altverz. Let's give it a shot. Coconut cannon? I could bring coconut at the next level. I could give it a shot. It's Glorpin time? Well, I just said it. Whether I wanted to or not, I did say it. That's the pelican. This would probably be a good time to drop electricity. I'm not sure what the range is on that. That's... Huh. How long are they gonna sit there? Presumably for a while. Okay. Well, we fixed it, so there's no need to worry. Not sure what the range on that AoE is. Ah. Oh, it's just in that one lane. Okay, I got it. I'm not sure how much damage each dynamite does. Doesn't seem like too much. Something I've considered doing is making the torchwood super and seeing what happens. I say we give it a shot. It actually seems to be a pretty effective strategy to just keep the torchwoods and stuff out of danger. In fact, that might be meta. We'll go ahead and keep them in this top lane over here, and we'll see what happens. Is that out of your range? And it doesn't hit you. Good. Is that new music? That is new music. Very impressive. Did it play a new melody? Wow. Pretty awesome. We should deal with this before it becomes a problem. I'd rather you not destroy that, but you might do it. Yeah. That's okay. We're not worried about that. I think we won. That was pretty easy. 2 dynamites will kill a plant. Okay. I read that a bit too late, but that's okay. We ended up beating the level anyways. Lets you choose another type of plant. Perfect. We finally have 7 seed slots. Feels good. Feels good to finally have 7. The big 7. Survive the zombie attack with the given plants. Spend no more than 2,500 sun. So, okay. Alright, we can do this. So, we'll do a row of sunflowers. The end is tough? Okay. Alright, we can do that. That's fine. That's manageable. We're all good. So, iceberg lettuce is fair game, but sustainability is going to be the key part of our defense here. I'm noticing that they gave me... I'm onto you, game. I'm onto you. I see what you did here. That's clever. It's very clever. 150, 300, 450, 600, 750. That's 1,000 right there. A row of split peas, a row of sunflowers. Okay. Oh, does current on the minecart not work? I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to defeat the early game threats then. That's challenging. I guess we'll do a row of split peas. Yeah, we'll do a row of split peas, and we'll go from there. We'll just build up our sun defense, and... I'm not entirely sure why I did that. I get it now. I get it now. That makes more sense. I'm not entirely sure why I didn't think about that until now, but... Okay. I'm getting it. Yeah. I'm getting it now. This is a rare moment where I'm going to put my sunflowers in the back, but it's for a very good reason. That's really clever, I'm not going to lie. I guess the title of the level really gave it away, though. I'm not entirely sure why I didn't consider that, but I know now. Like, for sure, I know now what's going on. Yep, makes sense to me. Should be okay. And especially if it takes those other guys forever to actually eat plants in the back. Yeah, that would make sense. That makes a lot of logical sense there. In fact, that's probably why they gave you this minecart right here, because you could build up your electric current defense. I'm picking up what you're putting down, game. So, if you have not picked up on the idea of this level yet, the entire idea is there's chicken zombies. Along with those chicken zombies, you have to worry about general defenses. But, if you maintain a defense where there are multiple electric currents everywhere, you shouldn't have to theoretically worry about... Yep, as I assumed. I suppose to keep your sunflowers alive, what you need to do is kind of micromanage the split peas. If you don't want to keep replanting them, that is. They even send you chickens. That's not subtle, game. Not subtle at all. Ah, that's unfortunate. Could have saved ourselves a headache there if I played that smarter. We also have walnuts, I just now realized. It's already gone. Does chicken eat faster? Huh. Okay, we've used up just about all the sun we can. We have a short fuse wave coming, which is gonna be a little scary. But imp shouldn't be eating that. Right. We'll go ahead and slow down the gameplay here, because you might notice that there is a bit of a problem regarding our defense. We can comfortably deal with that zombie. This is what concerns me a little bit more right here, though. We can probably deal with all of those cone heads. If we're given enough time, we can definitely persevere. As I had expected it to, it did work out better. We are seeing a lot of short fuse zombies coming out. But they can't actually do anything to our defense. So we've lost all of our sunflowers at this point. We can freeze you. place a walnut here. But we've officially run out of plants to use, which is a problematic issue now. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. So now it's all about keeping this lane alive. Which I think we can do just fine. I was making current fences, though. That's... It's not strong enough? Then I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to just keep these lanes back here open? What is it that the game wants me to do there? Lanes 1 and 5. So I was right. I was right, and I had to... Alright, well, let's try again. Split peas into minecarts. I see. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense now that I'm thinking about it. Especially since the... okay. Alright. We can give that a shot. In fact, I almost think we can double down on sunflower. No. Let's not, though. But I get what you mean now. What does worry me about this defense is how we're going to deal with chickens. We're probably just going to have to hope and pray that nothing goes wrong. Unfortunate. Well, I guess we could test our theory right now. It's not doing that much damage. Okay, well now I'm confused. Well, no, this is confusing now. I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to work. No, I'm not even sure where to place my sunflowers. Like, I'm trying to think of the strategy, but now I'm just confused because I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to survive until the final wave. So currents right here and here. That would make sense, I suppose. Column 4, lanes 1 and 5? I understand the gate part. That's not what I'm confused about. What I'm confused about is how I'm supposed to survive when there's so many brown coats. Like in this instance, once we get to the buckethead, or, well, okay, the wave's gonna start sending in, like, zombies in every lane. How am I supposed to deal with that? That's what I'm confused about. Because otherwise it would be a flawless defense if, theoretically, I place electric currents here and here, here and here. I'm getting very mixed replies on this. It doesn't seem like anybody used a consistent strategy. I have an electric current up though. See, I almost get that. I almost understand that method. But it still confuses me nonetheless. At a certain point, you're not really using a gate if you're placing them all in this lane, though. I'm just confused, I think. I'm very confused on how this is actually supposed to go. It's also these waves back here that are kind of messing me up. Okay, hold on. We still need our split P, so we'll place the split P down, but... I think I'm understanding what I actually have to do, but it's very weird. Huh. Okay. So we'll get our short fuse. Is this being done right? Hang on. So would I theoretically need to double down on these lanes then? So the electric current I dropped here wasn't enough. Oh, they barely. That was a close call. I think I'm beginning to understand what this level actually wants me to do. It's a bit of an odd one, but I am beginning to make sense of it. That's the game's little test to see if you're doing all good. Okay. Alright. And every time we see a buckethead, that makes sense. That's beginning to make sense. I'm beginning to understand. As odd as it may seem, it is starting to add up for me. It's a very unconventional level, I'll say that much. They expect you to do some pretty interesting stuff. I need you to eat that, don't mind. We're getting a short fuse wave. A little bit closer than I would have liked. Almost didn't make that. I do fear that we're going to lose this electric current. Actually, we don't have to. We don't have to lose it at all. We might still have to lose it. That's okay. That's a price I've accepted. We lost all of our sunflowers. Well, we're in the final wave, and our... Well, it looks a lot better than it did before. I think we're okay. I do believe you won. Okay. That level makes a lot more sense with that context. I just wasn't sure how it was going to work. But I'm glad I figured it out. Took some time. Definitely took some time. But it did work. Okay. We're good. Which means we only have one more level left. Not bad. The final level. Oh boy. This one's gonna be quite something. Survive an extreme attack in the Wild West. All right. So we are dealing with minecarts in those back rows. I might go ahead and bring Wintermelon. We'll bring Wintermelon. No, it's not a Zomboss level. We'll do cacti. I might bring... Or bring Tallnut. Spike Rock. We're not dealing with pianos though. Spike Rock might still be good though. And we'll bring Chili Bean. I bought the Dark Bean costume, so it just kind of feels like an obligation. High Noon Heist. Oh joy. Oh, the music is going hard. It is going hard. I do believe it's high noon, folks. You can go ahead and attack now. Perfect. I would prefer if that didn't explode. It's fine. Nothing can be done about it. Couple of short fuses. I would like if you could eat that. Thank you. Not sure that's gonna do anything. That's fine. We can afford to lose the lawnmower. Not too worried about that. I wish I had gotten a Wintermelon done faster. Nothing can be done about it now. But just in hindsight. Because I don't like the idea of losing my entire defense. Unfortunately, we do seem to be dealing with the issue of... Oh, I alt-tabbed. Apologies. Well, we should almost have enough time to get one up. Yes. Ah, that explosion wiped out two of my twins. That is a bit of an issue. That's a bit unfortunate. We're just gonna have to tough it out here and hope for the best. Okay. So, cactus is not working. I was hoping I could use Majima Cactus, but that's not gonna work. So... I'd prefer not to bring instas, because I'm not entirely sure what my main attacker should be. Wintermelon is not cutting it, I think that much is obvious. Though, maybe... Bonk Choy comes in handy again. Instead of using Spike Rock, we could also bring an Insta. Likely Cherry Bomb. And what I can do here is I could bring... Well, now we have no way of dealing with the back lanes, though. I think my reliance on getting twin sunflowers up is my big hindrance here, so let's not deal with that. Let's get Split Pea down instead. Wintermelon can chill Prospectors, but it cannot chill those other waves, which is kind of why I'm worried about it. And I noticed that there were 3 or more in different lanes as they kept coming. Those Burning Hat guys, forgot their name. I was hoping that would work. So, in a situation like this, not a good play. I think we need a Tallnut here for now. Should give the Split Pea enough time to kill it, and while it does, I will start getting Bonk Choys up. Almost forgot the favorite squash. The big problem with this level, I'm noticing, is how difficult it is to actually get through the waves early on. Because they keep sending zombies, and I'm not entirely sure how to deal with them. If we were to possibly... I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'll pick 3 early plants and go with that. We can do pea pods in the very back and get 2 rows of sunflowers. With the 2 rows of sunflowers, hopefully we can deal with dynamite zombies too, if we get enough defensive plants in the very back. We'll bring Stunyon so we can stun. That should give a little bit of time to kill this dynamite zombie before it does any real damage. If not, we can at least kill it so it only does 1 cycle, which should be good enough. Ah, okay, it's only 1 cycle. Still a bit of damage, but not as much as it could have been. As long as we prioritize dealing with the dynamite zombies as soon as possible, we shouldn't have an issue with them to begin with. We didn't even have to worry about that. So we do the same philosophy here again. We stun. But that didn't hit the right. Well, we'll put it out anyways. So I guess I can't complain, but that actually proves my point even more though. That's how important it is to put it out as soon as possible. We don't have any pea pods set up down here, or normal plants for that matter, so... As long as we maintain a comfortable firing range, doing way more damage now. Let's slow down for just a moment. So this should be good so far. It's working better than I thought it would. Let's go ahead and start getting some Tallnuts down as well. Need a little bit of sun gain. Unfortunately, that's probably going to hurt some. It did. Sadly, a little bit expected, though. Well, we can deal with that. If we get a little bit more sun up, we should be able to have a torchwood in every lane, which is massively helpful. Perfect. We drop a second one down here. We'll stunion this guy. Zombie shovel. Nothing that we can't handle. Nothing we can't handle here. As expected. Deal with that dynamite before anything else happens. And that is the second wave. Unfortunately, that is our Tallnut gone, which is a little bit upsetting. We also did lose a torchwood in the process. That does have me a little bit concerned back there. Would rather not lose my plants if I can help it. We are getting lit up a little bit. By several different sources at that. It may be in our best interest to plant food real quick. Nothing too big. Just a helpful little hand in our situation. I might place a torchwood right here. That should help. We'll also go ahead and plant food in the Tallnut just so we can have guaranteed lane security. Much to their dismay, they are not winning this battle so easily. That was a big hit. We also seem to have lost one of our torchwoods back here. Oh, small correction on some of the torchwoods. We seem to have lost many. That should be good enough to cover that lane. In fact, I'm not even going to dedicate all of my resources to defending said lane. And I do believe this is it. Not bad. Not bad. That went well. I do think in retrospect, well, in hindsight, I think I could have added more pea pods. I could have probably dropped a few, but it's okay. You defeated all the zombie hordes in the Wild West. That I did. Seed packet, seed packet. Seed packet, seed packet. A few ancient Egypt levels have become more difficult and infested with pirate seas and Wild West influence. Fix them now. Game. Okay. Suppose I'm not clicking it. Let's go ahead and buy a costume. I think we should commemorate our success here. And buy... That looks kind of cool. Is there any good Bonk Choy outfits? Because I keep using Bonk Choy in these levels and I'm not entirely sure why. Where is Bonk Choy? Oh. Bonk Choy doesn't seem to have too many crazy outfits. I'd rather not buy one then. Now for Snoopy on the other hand. Why so purple? Ski goggles. Cold puns. Chat, which one should I buy? I kind of want to buy a Snoopy outfit, though I don't use Snoopy. See, I'm thinking ski goggles. That's kind of what I was thinking. We'll do ski goggles. Prismation costs. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh no! That got me! That's what made me... Oh my god! That's what did it? That's what did it? I kept my composure this stream. And this is what made me... I'm sorry. That I had to say something. Like, it's funny. It's good. It got me. It got me. But that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Alright, well. Now I have to end stream. Oh, I almost didn't feel like myself while I was streaming. I had to scream at something. Sorry, Pasta's YouTube channel. My bad. It had to be something. I had to crash out. Reasonably, of course. I have to end stream now. Sorry about that. I messed up. I messed up. We'll put on the music again. But before I go, let's go ahead and put on another image for the future stream. Whatever that might be. Do I have any new pictures on my camera roll that might be fun? Well, not camera roll. I guess that's not an accurate way of putting it. Oh, here's something that's going to be in an upcoming video. Where is it at? From France with love. Minions. Minions. This is great. This is great. I love minions. Banana? You know, let's get a PBZ minion. I have a better image to put on stream. Yep, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. This is it. Now I will end stream. Goodbye, everybody. I'm actually pretty tired today. That's why I was trying to keep my energy low. That didn't work, though. That clearly didn't work. The plug was funny, but it got me. So goodbye.